Nod lost his dad, MK lost her mother, so they developed a good understanding. Unfortunately, the Boggans reached Nim's tree and kidnapped the pod along with the two snails. Ronan scolds Nod for his negligence and calls him a selfish person who doesn't care about the life of the forest. Ronan decides to follow the Boggans by himself, but MK calms him down and suggests they should do it together. She even has a good plan. They can disguise themselves as the Boggans and sneak in their place to rescue the pod. MK believes they can find some of Boggan's costumes in her dad's house. Meanwhile, Mandrake blames the Leafman for his son's death. As revenge, he will let the pod blossom in the darkness and make him the Boggan's prince. That's what was written in the damaged part of the scroll. Leafman must hurry to save their lives. MK finds a bunch of insect parts his father has collected. They can be used to look like Boggans. Nod and Ronan recognize Bomba because they have seen him in the forest. They start making fun of Bomba because of his slow speed compared to their own. They also mock the old scientist who will never be able to find the Leaf Men as they keep distracting him to the wrong places. MK feels really bad and reveals that Bomba is her father. She further proceeds to grab Bomba's attention to let him know that he was right. Suddenly Ozzy attacks them out of nowhere and Bomba notices them too. He runs around with a vacuum machine to catch them. Ronan and Nod run away, but MK gets caught. However, Bomba faints in shock after seeing his own daughter. Before leaving, MK marks Moonhaven's location on the map. They disguise themselves as Bogans and enter their place. Ronan distracts the guards while Nod and MK rescue the pod. Mandrake spots them and calls his army. Ronan sacrifices himself and tells Nod and MK to run away with the pod. They fly to Moonhaven where all the preparations have already been done. The pod is placed under moonlight, but suddenly it starts getting interrupted. The Boggans are blocking the moonlight. Nod wears the warrior uniform and leads the army in place of Ronan. MK wants to help, but Nim asks her why she wants to sacrifice everything for a world she can't even see. This reminds her of her father who sacrificed everything to discover a world he couldn't see. She rushes to get his help and finds the cameras. Bamba has woken up, but he assumes that everything was a dream. He lost his wife and his daughter for the sake of worthless research. Thinking this, Bambat turns off all of his monitors without realizing that her daughter is calling him. But then, he notices the mark on the map and realizes that he wasn't dreaming. He rushes to Moonhaven and meets his daughter. However, he is too stunned to listen or speak. MK pulls out his phone and turns on a video of bats. This distracts the Boggans and they run after Bomba. Ronan is still alive and he stands beside Nod to knock off Mandrake. The pod blooms under full moonlight and chooses a young citizen as the next queen. Everyone bows to her and the forest gets a new life. As the mission is completed, it's time for MK to return home. She says a warm goodbye to Nod and kisses him as a confession of her love. A few days pass by. MK has decided to work with her dad and create books and documentaries about the Leaf Men. Besides that, whenever Nod has time, he stops by in front of the cameras and talks to MK. Though she couldn't continue her romance with Nod, they are still good friends. Just because you can't see it, you can't assume that it doesn't exist. Sometimes you must take a second look, a closer one.